Alright, y'all, as you can tell, it's a long video, so 20 minutes. So I'll try to talk as long as I can that makes sense. I don't want to just fill the dead air. There it is. I think I can talk. For 20 minutes, it's going to be hard, so I'll at least, talk about something, topic, whatnot. Talk through it, at least how I felt and stuff. And then, of course, as you saw, it was this is 24.2 for the open workout. A little late for the upload, but that's okay. We don't worry about that. It's just another workout, right? But the workout was for 20 minutes. Yep, 20 minutes. There it is. Wasn't a pause. I had to make sure I was correct. But yeah, it was 20 minutes long. And it was basically an AMRAP. So a 20-minute AMRAP. It can be pretty rough, right? This was my second attempt here. I, of course, did attempt one. And I was like, I should probably definitely do one more. I got done, and I was kind of surprised by the score. And I said, wow, that kind of sucks. Um, we're going to talk about that, right? But the workout, as you saw in the beginning, just talk about it again. It's a 300-meter row, so nothing too wild. And then it was into 10 deadlifts at 185, and then 50 double unders. And then it's just, over and over and over again. As you can see, it's like a little, back and forth. I was going to say circle, but it's just literally one line of exercises moving through. So it was very boring, probably very boring to watch. But I'll talk about that first attempt, kind of talk about what I did, how I was so bad. This one wasn't even, I don't know if I could have done better. But anyways, so on this attempt, actually, I'll talk about it, and then I'll talk about what I did, and then why I did those changes, right? Little organized here. But yeah, this attempt, I went slower on my row. I think I was like around 210. I don't think I was very much faster, and I don't think I actually went slower than that, right? I think I was pretty consistent at that 210. And then on the deadlifts, I did 7, and then I dropped it, quick breath, or felt like a quick breath, and then into the 3 deadlifts, right, to get to the 10. And then try to immediately go into the double unders, and my actually kind of worked. I did 50 unbroken. I tried to. I think either it's this round right here, spoiler alert, or is that first round? I think I tripped up on 3, but every other one, I went unbroken the whole time, except for the very end, like right before I got onto the rower to finish the workout. As you can probably gradually see if you watch it, and probably in the beginning, I'll have to keep noting and watch, see how I feel. You're supposed to have those handles right next to your hips, like basically right in your pockets. But especially when you get tired, those shoulders wants to move those hands a little bit further apart. So it probably looked goofy. At the moment, it felt good at least. So as long as it felt good, I guess I'll take that. But I think I hit 39, high 30, and then I should have tried to. I didn't fail. I should have I bailed. I should have just failed from it. I definitely bailed, but I figured, do that so I can kind of have a feeling in my hand, but kind of like just stop, not too long of a break. At the very end, you'll see it if you want to skip to it or just watch through the whole thing. But then I did the last 11, right? So like 400-ish double unders, especially I think because this is my second attempt, and I did like 1 day before this. So I did like 800 over like 2 to 3 days. It's kind of crazy. I've never done that before, but definitely felt in my calves. But anyways, so the double unders, I tried to go unbroken the whole time. That was awesome. And then that's pretty much it, right? He's back onto the rower. The first attempt on the row, a lot of people, at least like good scores, were kind of like around that 2 minute. Maybe 155, maybe probably like 140, 157. But anyways, I figured my slow was going to be 205, and I think that was definitely just a little bit fast. But then also, I just don't think, I don't know, I don't think I really warmed up properly, but it's whatever. I guess that's in a way an excuse, right? But anyways, that actually gradually went slower, right? Got to 210, 215 dang near. It got really bad. I wish I did record that, but it was kind of on the spot, ready to go, and did it. But anyways, so this one did 210, so I went slower, and then my deadlifts going into that, I did 6 and 4. For some reason, I just figured I mean, I don't know. I guess I chose that on purpose, of course. But yeah, I figured to do 6 and then drop it, do 4. And I guess talking about the deadlifts, I felt better on the 7-3 because, 6 to 7 is just one more. So that didn't really feel like a difference. But the 4 to a 3 was a huge difference. Because 4 just feels like a lot, especially when you get like 1, then 2, and then you're like, oh, I should have 2 more. But then when you do 3, you do 1, then 2, then you're like, oh, I have 1 more. And then just, rip it out, and then bam, you're done. So there's a huge difference to that. Now I know, so that's pretty cool. Never do 6 and 4 for a set of 10. At least deadlifts, where you have to kind of like, I don't know, it kind of hurts in a way to pick it back up because, you have to engage your glutes, engage, your hamstrings, all that stuff, and then the lower back is kind of like a shock again. But anyways, so that was awesome. And then on that first attempt, I went unbroken on the 50, and then I was doing 30, then 20. Which, I don't know, honestly, I didn't believe in myself with the 50 doubles. I can do 50, but I was like, I don't know how many times I can do 50, and I didn't want to fail the 50. I wanted to, like, I don't know, I always call it bailing, right? Because it's a intentional rest, all right? Nothing too wild, right? You're doing it on purpose. But if you kind of fail, then you just messed up and you fail, right? Or you kind of you're forced to stop either because metabolically, I don't think I said that word correctly. Basically, your heart rate is going up, or just muscles hurting. Hard to keep it up. But this round, I just said screw it. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Tried it, and it worked. So now I know. Now I know I got the double unders on guard, ready to go. So that's exciting. That's some good stuff. But yeah, this felt so much better. I think going slow, like I can do 210 at least on this, right? Or in general, like all day. There's round 4 because it wasn't, being tired. I can still row 210. So when I was doing 205, I would have to like force myself to do 205 or 2. I think on that first round, that first attempt, I started around 2, and then up to 205. This time I said just do 210 because be smooth. I'll have my transitions faster, which I think I did. Watching this, at least to the deadlifts, I felt like I pretty much got off, went over there, either took a breath or just went straight ahead. With, especially with all these transitions, and then in general, what I've been trying to do, which I think I'm getting a lot better at, is going straight towards something, like onto the next movement, and just pick it up, get on the bar, move around or whatever, but get straight to it, because I figured if I'm going to rest during, like, in the middle of a movement, like say these deadlifts, right? There's no reason to go faster on the row and then take my time to get off the rower to rest above the bar and then go, and then I'm resting again. But that's way easier said than done because when you're tired. But and with those type of workout, or every workout, right? Like that type of game strategy. There it is. Yeah, I went pretty good. Picked it right up. I felt pretty good. Felt very good this day. Lots of good words there. But not too shabby, really. Felt pretty good. I felt like I was just kind of a monster. Like, all right, I'm game. Yeah, that's probably where my rest went away right there, right? Felt pretty good. The deadlifts after what was it, 22.1 or 2? I think it was 22. Anyways, it was basically start at 1, go to 10, go back to 1 of deadlifts and burpees over the bar. I learned to really try to squeeze the butt, my lower half, and not just the back, and also get down, like get a little bit lower into an actual deadlift and not RDL it. So this one felt much better. I would say it got very grippy for me, which is weird because usually when it's like a grippy workout, I do pretty decent. But that's like pulling. This is, holding onto the bar, or, pulling from the bar, but holding onto the, yeah, I guess pulling, right? And then pulling on the handle for right there. And then just squeezing and holding onto that double under, like the rope, right? The handles. So, I don't know. I guess a different type. It was just like, my grip's not there. It's hard to hold it. Like, that's why I said I had to kind of do a little rest break at the very end, which I should have held it. I know there's a certain type of, well, there's any workout, right, can have it. But I try to have some pretty good spots in the workout. Like at the very end, it's like, all right, just try to go unbroken. If I don't do it, then that's okay. Because if I do it, I should be able to do it most likely. Like it's a pull up, right? So we have 10 more. Well, if I fail and do 8, then I can usually get off and get right onto it and do 2 more. But if I'm going to do like 6 and then break it, it's like, well, what's the point of that, right? Especially at the very end, kind of competition stuff, or try to be competition stuff, right? But yeah, I think that's pretty much all. I can probably talk about the rest, the whole time. But shout out to Leanne. She did the workout with me. She was probably expecting the shout out at the very beginning, but at the very end, of course. What a douche play right there. But yeah, I get 8 rounds and then some of the row, right? I don't remember how much, but some of the row. And then in the first attempt, I think I finished 6. I was on 7, or I finished 7 and I was on 8. I don't remember. But basically, I almost did a complete full round, which, especially like on the row, I mean, that's about, oh man, I think a minute 15, especially with how I felt on that first attempt. So like a minute 30 maybe. Probably less, not more than a minute 30 for 300, I think. I could be wrong. But then, 50 double unders, especially with how much I was breaking, or just unbreaking, it's around a minute, under a minute really, but, you're not really doing 1 per second. So, let me do the math here. It's 50, so you would think 50 seconds, but you're going to way faster. So probably about 30, 35 seconds, depends on how fast you are. I think usually people say 30. And then, the 10 deadlifts, you're definitely doing faster than 1 to 10, but with the break. Anyways, a good amount of time was saved. I think it was mainly my transitions. And then going unbroken on the double under saved a lot of times. Even if I was trying to do a quick 30 and 2, it was low-key a long 30 and 2 compared to a unbroken set of 50, right? And then doing the 6 to 4 at the very end, it sucked hardcore, so doing 7 to 3 was just much better. And I know I definitely went unbroken at the very end, so I think I kind of sandbagged. I would like to redo it. I think I would try to just, if I felt better, at least be able to do 205. I would try to go unbroken. It'd be a good one. But with that being said, we're about almost 13 minutes, 7 minutes. Hopefully you stayed around this long to listen to me talk to myself with my 2 cats on the couch. But I got that one more video of 24.3. That's a fun one. I enjoyed that one. Try to get that going, at least edit it, talk about it. And then I want to get a car phone holder thing. And then we'll see how that goes. I need to get back on the grind. Just right now, quarterfinals about to happen. We'll see how it goes. On that note, hopefully I'll see you next time.